At 12, I swore the oath, leaving home and family. At 16, I saw my master die. I took up his shield and his name, and on that day, I became a crusader. Armored by faith, driven by duty, bound to kill the enemies of Zakarum. Sworn to live as a crusader and to die as one. Now, corruption returns to the hearts of men. I see it in the eyes of the mad, hear it in the howling of the damned. A falling star in the west leads me to the town of New Tristram. The crusade calls me, and so I go. Greetings. I am a crusader of the Zakarum faith, and I saw a star falling on this town.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming!
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates! You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Burn those corpses before they rise again. Zakarum has fallen to... As the shepherd watches over his flock, so shall I.
Found some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
Don't you dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon.
Some heroes are fighting each other in an area near here. Wanna go? Oh, and you didn't hear about it from me.
The dead, rising from their graves.
Are you Leah? They tell me you
I
survived.
did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising.
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Something like putting the dead back to sleep? I can do that.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do. We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
"16 went out, only Rumford.
I've come to help. How do we stop these risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Have faith, Captain. Have faith.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world, but the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead. I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones,
I require more wrath.
long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
attacks.
I had heard the rumors, but I thought them just fancies of bored women. Until I saw them dragging people through the streets today. Our own citizens. Has the world gone mad?
I returned to Honduras after 20 years. The burden of countless failures and tragedies heaped upon my shoulders. Am I being punished for helping that stranger hunt the Dark Wanderer? I always thought Deckard Cain half a madman. But perhaps he was right. Perhaps he can banish the shadow hanging over my life.
Old Tristram. Abel himself was here.
Dear reader, I am Abd al-Hazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less old man would have fared far worse.
Is rewarded.
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't
She's
give up on the
brave.
idea.
With help, she may yet.
I promised Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead.
Leah, let's find your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought...
I've found some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
Don't you dare! I heard the people who left against help have all died.
Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
And your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons. Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me!
There are dark secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it. Captain Dalton!
Patience.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can...
I will go. Stay here and learn...
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again, but like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
fight is over for this one. Tristram Cathedral. The fallen star lies within. The star is close.
Yes!
Grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Make your peace quickly.
Lachdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I left only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Some foul new disease has taken hold in this land, and the carrion bats are near the heart of it. Since returning to Tristram, I have seen their numbers surge. The evil forces that linger here give them strength, and I fear that the worst is yet to come.
I will enjoy this.
We thought we could keep the dead trapped here, Akarat, save me!
Akarat hears you, friend.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement, and sent us off to die.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this lead roll. The Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Cain, back to your graves!
Not ready yet.
Oh, thank you, but what?
Your niece asked me to find you.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
This cannot be opened yet.
We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
I rescued the old scholar and learned from him that a creature called the Skeleton King stands between me and the star. But not for long.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend.
It was my duty to help.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
I love it!
Leah, tell me about your mother.
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard.
It can be a lonely life.
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end time.
Did you learn anything about your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She was in search of something, but I am not sure what.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it's...
Then I will be the cure.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crowd. Leah, you should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe?
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love. Each of my items is very special to me, but I suppose I can sell you one or two things if I must. Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
Seems unwise.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations. How are we supposed to fight if we starve?
The rest of the town is down to quarter, including my wife. But you can quit if you want.
Are you Hadrig? Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. That's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten.
It is a hard burden you bear.
Thank you. Follow me. Hey, no one round here appreciates the work I put into acquiring these fine wares. It's not me. Friends, I'm sorry.
Do your duty, blacksmith, no matter how hard.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hadrig! Help me!
I couldn't have done this without you.
You owe me nothing, friend. But I would welcome...
I can help you there. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
Crusade. Time to test my skill. I enjoyed that. My wrath is low.
Blacksmith's apprentice, fighting other innocent fools. Not enough wrath.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
During the last days of King Leoric's reign, even the skeletons of the ancient dead could not rest. They took up their broken armor and weapons once more, ready to cut down anything that yet drew breath. Though wasted and fragile, these creatures possess a twisted cleverness that makes them quite formidable.
Make your peace quickly.
Your apprentice was found wanting. I'm sorry.
Fool boy. Hope for the worst and you...
Tell me about your grandfather.
Not much to tell. We heard that when the Skeleton King fell...
He did what he had to.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.